Hey, Zay, what you cooking, bruh?
What is up, everybody? What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Ins and Out D podcast. It is your boy DT Sensei back again with another episode, and we got Caleb in the building breaking down Commander news, breaking news. Uh, Most definitely a lot of updates so far, but obviously we're gonna go ahead and get to straight to the point of the show, Caleb. I know I usually ask you how you doing and stuff like that, but you look like you're doing good and stuff because we have officially figured out who's going to be the defensive coordinator for the Washington Commanders, and it is Daronte Jones. Daronte Jones is now the defensive coordinator for the Commanders. He comes from the Vikings. He literally had an interview, I believe, literally last week after multiple candidates had an opportunity. He was in that second tier group. So the Commanders interview him, and now he is now our defensive coordinator. Caleb, so first off, let's hear your first overall reactions to this, because we literally, our last episode, what we literally did a breakdown of each defensive candidate that we know so far. Now, of course, we didn't get to him because his name was never brought up. But from what I have seen on my timeline, I know you have seen on your timeline, from other teams when they were searching for their defensive coordinators, specifically the Dallas Cowboys, his name was brought up a lot, and they were trying to find a defensive coordinator. So just tell me your thoughts about this, and you slept on it, the other night. We did talk earlier for those who were in the spaces early this morning. We talked about him becoming the defensive coordinator, but share your thoughts to people on the stream.
I mean, to me, it's a solid. I think it's cool. I don't hate the hire at all. It's just a lot of mystery to the hire. So same thing that we've said with David Blau. We just don't know what he's going to run until the games are going to be played, and we got to know how his play calling sequence is. What is he going to call on first and second down, and not just that. What is he going to call in certain game situations too? Like your play calling situation, where you call it at, matters regardless. That matters. Your tendencies too. Can you switch up your tendencies? Can you adjust? We have to figure that out about him. What can he do that? And can he do it at a consistent rate too? I mean, he's under the Flores tree. I mean, I think John Kahn spoke about it. We can only go based off what we see and what we've known, and that he'll bring over some of that blitz package, and I love that. If he could bring that over here, maybe not run it like Flores per se, because I think only Flores can really run his shit the way he runs it. But I believe and I hope Daronte Jones can run some of that same type of defense. You're blitzing on first and second downs. That's insane. And then you're blitzing it at a high rate. That defense dictates to the offense. This is what we're going to do to you. You're not going to dictate this type of game. We're going to come to you with the fire, and I could dig that. I like that. And he coached Byron Murphy Jr., Harrison Smith. He coached, you got Isaiah Rodgers over there, Fabian Moreau. Those are the guys he had over there. You got an old Harrison Smith still playing, and you don't hear his name a lot either on some of these games sometimes. He's still playing. And there's an article. Daronte loved talking about Harrison Smith. This his intelligence, as his IQ of the game, his how he prepares and how he's the quarterback of the defense. So he's worked with some guys, man, and he has a long history of coaching. He's coached at every level of the league: D1, D2, D3, Canadian football too. I think he did. Maybe I'm wrong. High school. So I can already tell he's going to be a great communicator.
Yep.
He's going to be a great communicator. You worked with high school kids. And you're able to translate them to the game, what you're trying to instill in them, how you're trying to what you're trying to teach them and coach them, X's and O's, 101. He's going to be a great communicator. I feel like just because of that aspect of what he's done, it just has to translate over to the football field. So can he raise the floor? Like we've said this before, I've said this multiple times. Can he raise the floor of this defense? We're not going to get crazy talent year one. Hopefully we can get better talent, free agency, draft, and whatever else is around. But can he raise the floor of this team? And you keep adding talent. You keep, getting better, finding out what guys fit where. This defense can be competent again, somewhat. I just need him to make my defense competent. That's all I need. But they talked about, like I said before, when we talked about Harrison Smith and the safeties and what he values, there's a couple of guys that come to mind in the draft and in free agency that can help us. No, there is. And we need some of those guys. Devin Lloyd, Clay Walker, Nick Cross from Indianapolis, young safety, 25 years old.
Yeah.
The draft, Caleb Downs, Sonny Styles, Jake Galladay, even an Arvell Reese, because Andrew Van Ginkel was very important to that defense with the Vikings. Not a household name, not a name that you just people know. Oh yeah, that guy's like an elite. But when you watch him on film, Andrew Van Ginkel is a disruptive player as an outside linebacker, and that can possibly raise the floor of Frankie Louvu too, helping him get better in that scheme, not putting him back in coverage all the time. Giving him simple assignments. Hopefully he can do that and let Daronte Jones build this staff and what he wants and what he wants. You got to get this guy the talent, man. I mean, you just have to. You have to. But those guys come to mind. Disruptive players that are smart and have IQ. Arvell Reese, Sonny Styles, Caleb Downs, Jay Galladay, like I said before, even that safety from Oregon, or even Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, the kid from Toledo. Those guys I think he can work with. I really think he can make our DBs they can be better. Hopefully they can be better. Especially Mikey and Trey Amos. That will help him too. That would help him too a lot.
Okay.
What you think?
So this is how I feel, right? I after watching a couple games from his time at LSU, I haven't really got a chance to watch some of the Viking games and stuff like that. Maybe outside when they played us, and I understand, people are very concerned for the one thing that he hasn't called plays at the NFL level. This will be his first time tailoring and calling a NFL level defense in the National Football League. But I think for me, what's really surprised about this process is when we see the amount of play callers that had experience, and even the guys that didn't have experience. The one thing the key note was they were going after guys that was in the secondary. like an Al Harris or a Carl Scott, or now even we just hired Jones. All of them have experience in working within the defensive back room. So what that means to me is they're going a little bit more with the modern approach of defenses. This is something that Commanders fans should love, Caleb, because if we're to believe that he brings a modern style defense for this type of DNA that we want to have, coming from systems built on versatility, disguises, and matchups, like we don't want to just line up and just play the same way we've always been playing. We want to line up and dictate the game. And that's what you said earlier in the spaces. Like there's so many times where, and I know we haven't even seen what the personnel is going to look like this year. We don't know what players and stuff that actually going to fit. We're still trying to see the tea leaves of everything. But this is something that is a big hire because this is somebody that's coming from literally the same tree of who you were trying to hire. I really think they want to get Brian Flores. Like, don't you think? Like the simple fact that he was able to come over here and interview anyway, like I think they were blown away. But also, like I said this morning, I think they also had to ask the question about what do you think about Jones as your defensive back and defensive pass game coordinator? I'm pretty sure his praises were very sung high by Flores, which led to them in the second tier of interviews, as the playoffs went and dwindled around. It was like, hey, let's try to get this guy an interview and stuff like that because he's been interviewing stuff for defensive coordinator past couple of years. And I think for him, where he's coming from is perfect. That blitzing style, disguising, helping the defensive backs. We can live in multiple fronts. That's something we've been trying to do, but now we can do it with some complexity. But I think the biggest key thing for him is getting the best out of what we have, then adding to what we got. And that's player development. That's a Mikey Sanders-Still. That's a Trey Amos. That could be, some of the young guys on the defensive line, like a Johnny Newton, or even like a Jean Baptiste, who could have a small role but can make some plays and stuff like that. You have to take that stuff in consideration. And I love the hire, man. I think, throughout this process, we just so tired of like, dang, who's going to be the defensive coordinator, this and that. We're going to wait all the way. Anybody but Raheem, that was literally becoming a hashtag. But I think I like this hire. And from what I've been hearing, a lot of people have been singing his praises. I think, did you see the tweet when Blake Cashman, the current linebacker, he sung his praises about him. So, that's stuff like that. I mean, there's a video out there, him talking about Harrison Smith, how important he is to the Vikings. Like, not just a leader as a football player, but as a man, And that's the type of guy we need for this defense. We need a communicator. We need a teacher. And I'm very hyped about the hire for both sides, offense and defense. However, we gotta get some dogs over here.
Yeah, you do.
Work with.
You gotta give them something to work with, and this free agency. It starts with free agency, and then in the draft, it starts there. It starts there, man. You got to give them something to work with. I just have to wait until the games are being played. I feel like he can really help this defense. I feel like he can, like we said before, just communicating, just teaching. No matter what type of players we have, no matter what age they are, you got to instill good habits in these players. As much as we don't like Quan Martin, some people don't like Mikey Sanders-Stills. Some people that don't like, what's his name? McGee doesn't get a lot of reps, but, McGee has flashes. K. Madrano, you don't see him play so much.
Yeah.
Help. Give him, hopefully he can teach him what he needs to do defensively. But I just want to see what staff they got, staff they bring in. That's what matters. And it's really intriguing that he got 5 interviews as a D coordinator.
I think he was getting interviews last year, Caleb.
Mm-hmm.
To my knowledge.
And some, like you said, some Cowboys fans wanted him, but they got Christian Parker.
That was the last guy they were high on their list, Parker.
Yeah. I've seen some tweets last night. There's there's some Cowboys fans like I want Daronte Jones. Like he got the resume. He's coached at every level. Hopefully this can work out, man. DQ's taking a big risk.
Big
on-
risk.
Big risk on his coaching, not just this year, but his coaching career too.
Yeah, I mean,
He's taking a big risk. Now, will it pay off? We'll see. But for you to go, it's I can commend him for going outside of the norm that he could have done. He could have
got a retread.
He could have got Raheem Moore said, "Hey, this guy's solid. He gonna do what I need to do. When he gonna get the job done regardless." But he offense and defense. He said, "No, these guys haven't called plays before. One guy only coached for 2 years, so you're taking a big risk. This is either going to be really, really good, or or really bad. But it can, if they get the right pieces, if they spend money, they upgrade certain positions. You upgrade edge, you upgrade corner. You're gonna upgrade the linebacker position a little bit. Get a wide receiver, get a solid tight end. They will be better than next year, or than this past year. I will say that they will be better. You just gotta get the talent, man. But I can commend DQ for that. You going outside the norm.
So
I can respect that.
I have a question for you. We're talking about, this being outside the norm. Like, it's already pressure right now because from this fan base, from year one, you shock the world, you win 12 games, you win 2 playoff games for the first time since 2005. You're in the NFC Championship game, and then you go to a whole off season, and then you end up being 5-12 with injuries, players not playing up to expectation. Your star quarterback only played maybe like 4 to 5 games fully, and this is a major disappointment for year 1 to year 2. And you fired both. We fired one coordinator. The other coordinator, you guys just mutually parted ways because y'all wasn't seeing the vision. And I ask you this: between the offense and the defense, which side of the ball with the new coordinator are you going to feel like I'm going to be a little bit anxious about? Is it offense with Blau calling plays, or is it going to be Jones calling plays?
That's a good question.
And this is even without even hitting March personnel wise. This is not even hearing John Cons or somebody's podcast talk about some potential guys we could look at.
I'm gonna say Blau. I'm gonna say Blau because he just hasn't been coaching that long. You only coached for 2 years. You're 30 years old, by the way. You're 30. We're the same age, DT. I'm
32. He could be chilling at the bar with us.
Yeah, bro, he's never called plays before. He hasn't coached for a long time. His resume isn't long. That's probably my only reason why. Daronte Jones, I feel like him being coaching at every level, I really believe he's a teacher. Yeah.
State, he was defensive coordinator for
Yeah.
He was defensive coordinator for 1 year at LSU.
I believe he's a teacher. I think he's a teacher. I think he can help the defense out a lot. I think his experience from what he's seen from Flores, from Zimmer, from Marvin Lewis, from those guys, because he's coached under them. From what he's seen with them, I'll back off on you and say, yeah, Blau, I'm a little bit worried about you. How's your play sequences going to go? How are you going to dictate the game towards the defense? What are you going to do? Are you going to be aggressive? Or are you conservative? How's your how's the marriage going to be between Jaden and Blau, which I believe it's going to be good. I don't think it's going to be no issue. Um,
I,
but it's for me, it's Blau, man. It's
can I interject real quick?
Go ahead.
Because I think it's good that David Blau and Jaden definitely have a relationship. But I'm very curious to really how much of the offense Blau is going to revamp for Jaden. You know, we've been hearing past couple of weeks, you know, we still don't know what the offense is going to look like. Like, we don't know if he's going to be straight pro style like a Jared Goff, or he's going to mix it up with what Cliff did and still have some understanding action and stuff to still throw defense off. Because if it's the second part I just say, I think that's the best case scenario, most realistic scenario. But how much of that is you going to be doing? Because what's crazy is, Caleb, I know a lot of people talk about, Jaden, under center and stuff like that. The most he has played under center, college-wise, when he was at Arizona State. He only played under center probably like 3 times at LSU. So you have to go all the way back to when he was at Arizona State. And it's not like he can't do it, but he hasn't done it consistently to where, it's way different from turning your back to a defense than you're looking straight up when you're doing play action from in a gun. So that's going to be the difference, because now at the NFL level, these guys are going to be read and reacting factor, and you have to play read and react too as soon as you turn your back and look at the defense. So, and I think that's good to add that to the offense, because if it's going to throw teams off, and a lot of people are going to think, oh, he's under center, like this is the only time he's going to do play action or something like that. So, I mean, like, that's why I'm very curious. I'm very curious about them, how they're going to merge the offense from Cliff, still make it where it's comfortable for Jada, but still add the nuances and stuff that you learn from a Ben Johnson or Kevin O'Connell.
Yeah. It's this with these coordinators, it's like, and I think Charles said it best. The NFL doesn't know what we're gonna do. Like, you don't know. Like, there's no tendencies. We have, like, we can have the element of surprise again, or it can be Dick. We could find hidden gems. We could find a hidden gem with Blau. Hopefully, he doesn't leave after 1 year. You have to pay that man.
I don't think both of them. I don't think he leaves.
No, I don't think he leaves either. But you got to find you can find some hidden gems in both of these guys, man. You just don't know until the games are going to be played. They just, like I said before, bro. Like, we don't know what the coaching is going to be yet, or how they're going to adapt to being a coach. But you still have to get these guys something to work with, including David Blau. Like, that's why I feel like we need to add on the offense too. You have a first-time play caller who hasn't coached in a long time. He's going to have. Oh, I'm prepared to have some bumps in the road. I'm prepared for the games where everything's not merging together. I'm prepared for that. I think as fans, we should be prepared for that. And the same thing could happen with Daronte. You got to be prepared for the growing pains. David Blau will most likely have growing pains calling plays. He most likely will. But you give this guy as much talent as he can work with. Don't run it back with some of these players that's falling off. Like, don't give him something better than a Debo. Give him something better than a Zach Ertz. Give him something better than a Noah Brown. Find a successor with Terry. Give him a speed back that he can use in the open field. Get him a tight end that can get some yak, that he can draw up a play for. Where it's like, yeah, I know he's going to win in this coverage, and we're going to have somebody underneath as well at the same time. Both of these coordinators, I feel like, this is my personal opinion. They will have some growing pains. But provide these guys with the adequate players to help them get through those growing pains as first-time play callers. Especially Blau. Especially him. Not saying it's going to be terrible, but I'm prepared for the bumps in the road, along with the opponents that we're going to have this upcoming year, in the new league year.
So I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. However, I think we need the dudes on defense as well. So that's where the balance is going to be. So that's where I think with this free agency cycle, and the draft, and also undrafted free agency, like you're going to have to see the balance. And to me, this free agency cycle, with getting a Jones, we're kind of already thinking like, okay, maybe we can try to get some of these guys from Minnesota, but also think about some of the guys that that's been around him. Maybe like someone from like LSU that played under him, be like, let me play on him in the NFL, or like guys like that. I think the defense just needs a massive overhaul. Well, hang on, let me rephrase that. I wouldn't say massive overhaul, but the defense, to me, they have, I would say, at least 4 spots on the team that need to be addressed, and it's all 3 levels. That's a defensive lineman that can rush the passer. That's a linebacker. You need another corner opposite of Trey and Mikey, and it could be potential of getting a safety. And I mean, I've been seeing people talk about Daron Payne today. Like, honestly, like I'm very interested to see from a defensive tackle standpoint, how do they fit in what a Flores type style defense would be. That's gonna be interesting too. Like, the defense is gonna need much work. I'm not saying the offense don't need to work. The offense, to me, just needs skill players.
Yeah.
We need young skill players for Jaden. The defense, it's going to need at least 4 to 5 starters and adding more youthful guys to the defense.
Yeah. I agree. It's just they need so much. Like, you can't get in one off season, but we said before, my boy Adam Peters, he was at the Senior Bowl today. We was looking at some pretty solid players, but you need to spend that bag, boy. Spend that money. Spend that money. You spend that money. Spend that money. We're gonna have money. So you need to spend it. Your quarterback's on a rookie contract. Spend the money. Just because you got the money don't mean you got to spend it on dumb shit either. Excuse my language. You can't be spending it on, like, I don't need, like, somebody told me, bro, shout out to him, Javon Kinlaw was our biggest contract signing last year. He should have been our least expensive free agent signing. They should have spent that bag, boy. And that's what they got to do. I think if he does that in the right places, you ask Daronte Jones, what do you need for this defense? What's the first thing that you need, that you see? I need a linebacker. I got you. We're gonna go get Devin Lloyd for you. I'm gonna tell Devin Lloyd, look, I'm gonna give you this money. He's 25 years old. Give him a 4-year deal. Add some incentives in there. You're gonna be the captain of the defense.
Mm-hmm.
What else you need? Oh, I mean, I could probably use a safety. Okay, well, we can get Nick Cross, or we can get Jalen Thompson for you. Jalen Thompson, the guy that got IQ. He's played alongside Budda Baker. You get what else you need, Daronte? In the draft. I mean, we could possibly get Be nice if I could get a D tackle or an edge or somebody that you can move around in the D line. Oh, okay, cool. I could get you Ruben Bain. Ruben Bain got short arms, but he's disruptive. He's what 6'4",
About 270.
275. On third downs, you can move him inside.
Mm-hmm.
He's strong enough for that. He's disruptive. Yeah, the short arms. Okay, cool. I don't give a damn. Look at the film. The film speaks for itself. He's disruptive. The kid can play. Or if oh yeah, I could use Arvell Reese. He could be my not a Micah Parsons. He could possibly be my Dallas Turner. He could possibly be my Andrew Van Ginkel, possibly. Put him in that situation, put him alongside the edge, have him rush, have him do stunts. The inside, outside, line him up inside and have him go outside and you stunt Johnny Newton. If Daron Payne's still here, you use him too for that. Or could get a Caleb Downs. That could be his safety that he can build around. A guy that's going to be in the film room with him. Whatever player we get in the draft, DT, and I believe it's going to be defensively, I want that guy to be I want that guy to be around. I need Daronte to build that guy into what he wants him to be.
Yeah.
Because I think, like I said, he talked about Harrison Smith and how smart he is, IQ. Caleb Downs has that. He has the IQ. He may not be the most physically gifted player. He's not the fastest safety. He's not the biggest safety, but he's smart. He's instinctual. He studies. He's a film junkie. You can line him up anywhere. The box, the nickel, the free, the strong. You can blitz him. You add that to the defense have Daronte teach him because he's been teaching a lot of corners in his throughout his lifetime. So get him here. He coached William Jackson the third, by the way, when he had his best year.
Yeah,
you said what?
Don't mention that name no more.
Hey man, they ruined him.
But yeah, so I pulled up the overcap.com free agency. Let's just look at so first of all, you think you think they're gonna run like a somewhat like 4-2-5 still, but it's kind of have multiple fronts, have some 3-4 fronts, like what the Vikings do.
Yeah,
it'll be a little bit similar to what Flores has done.
Could be.
So, I mean, like when it comes to free agency, bro, like for one, if they do sign older guys, I think they'll sign some guys like for depth. But
there's a couple of guys. There's like 2 or 3 guys here that I like.
Okay, who are the guys?
Jalen Phillips.
Okay, Phillips for the Eagles. Okay.
Probably a David Ajabo. Could get him.
Ajabo? Talking about from the Ravens?
Could. I mean, I don't know what, but it's not a lot here. And then you got AJ Espinoza. He's like a run stopper to me though. He's an edge setter, strong edge setters. Strong edge setter. That's what he is to me. I mean, listen, bro. Like, it's slim pickings.
I got you. So
it's slim pickings, man.
Here's some names I see. Kingsley from Packers. What's his name? Arnold Ibidike from Atlanta. He kind of got pushed out because they drafted Walker and Pierce, so I don't see him coming back over there. That's someone you could sign. Young guy, he'll come in the same age as Dorrance Armstrong. Hasn't had no injury history. I do like Owe. He got traded to the Chargers. I think that's someone I would target.
I like Azeez Ojulari too.
We talked about him last all season.
Chase
I think Chason will look good.
Yeah. Yeah, he would. I agree.
Mm, I don't know about pay. He ain't really lived up, but I mean, some
Quiddy pay.
yeah, but like you're not trying to sign like how I see it is you really don't want to sign like a starter in free agency, in my opinion. Like you want to have someone that could be like a bridge starter, but
rotation depth,
rotate in depth.
But then I also care about the age too. That's why I mentioned Jalen Phillips. That's why I mentioned Ojabo, 26 around there. I mean, you got who else is there?
Jumbo had that injury in college, man.
Yeah, that was nasty.
That don't set him back.
Um, Scroll down. Then Calabian Chason. Yeah, I take a Calabian Chason. I take a Aziz Ojulari. I'll take a
Oway.
Yeah, I take a Oway. I'll still take a Jabo, man. Why not? Why not? Ain't got nothing to lose. You
I
don't
wonder
got to pay
about
him that
Josh
much.
Pascal.
Who?
Josh Pascal. I wonder about him. What is he? Oh, he a restricted free agent. I probably won't mess with him.
Mm-hmm. And the rest of these guys is Pookie Dookie. Would you bring back Drake Jackson?
I would bring Matt Martin, in my opinion, over Drake Jackson. I only seen small sample size of him, but I just I won't really impress. Now here he is at linebackers, right? So the funny thing about that defense, their linebackers are very versatile. Like, would you say their linebackers are like traditionally sized linebackers? The Vikings defense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like Ivan Pace is probably the outlier, though.
I like Ivan Pace, by the way.
I do, but would you give up a draft pick for him as a restricted free agent? I think you got to give up a
Oh,
draft
he's
pick for him.
restricted. He's not a. He's not a.
Nah, he's not. He's not a unrestricted. He's going to be restricted.
Oh, never mind then. I mean,
Hey, let me pull him up real quick though, because he a flash. He's 5'10", 5'10", 231.
Devin Lloyd's 28.
Yeah, he been in the league for grip, bro.
But he got drafted when Jahan Dotson got drafted, right?
Yeah, he was an older prospect. He was
Uh,
like what 20? How long been in the league?
Jahan's been in the league for 4 years.
Yeah, so he was probably like at least 25.
24.
He was probably like 24, 25-ish when he got in the league.
Oh, damn, bro.
Yeah, so Ivan Pace, 3 years so far, 45 games, 236 tackles, 133 solo, 6.5 sacks, 1 fumble, 1 interception. What's his teammate name? What's the other guy? I think someone mentioned. Can't think of his name.
How you feel about Quincy Williams?
Quincy Williams. Talking about the old boy brother?
Yeah. He's good, by the way.
I think he's solid. I don't sit there and watch Jets game though, because the Jets suck.
Yeah, they do. Scroll down.
Now this guy right here, Eric Wilson. He's 6'1", 230. Now he is 31. He's been in the league for a minute, but he arguably had his best year. He had 115 tackles, 60 solos, 6.5 sacks, 4 forced fumbles.
This year?
This year. This was his best year.
I like Troy Anderson.
From Atlanta.
Yeah.
I was high on. Do they even use him, bro?
No. I like Willie Gay. I like Willie Gay. I like Leo Chanel too.
Would you be cool with N'Kobe Dean,
Yeah.
Christian Harris,
Yeah.
Leo
Hell
Chanel?
yeah.
Like
Christian.
I can see us signing linebackers like that, like second tier line. Well, I wouldn't say N'Kobe Dean a second tier linebacker, but like Christian Harris, I would love that. Leo Chanel. Kendricks knows the defense too, but I don't want to go.
I'm not a big Devin White fan.
Well, yes, Caleb, I know you have screened that for the past couple of years.
No. Let me see. Yeah, well.
Yeah, after that it gets a little. Now this guy right here, he played under Jones at LSU. He was the one person that popped off. I was like, man, he's all over the place. I think he came in with a torn ACL or something, or I might be tripping. Yeah, that bottom talent. I think guys like Chanel, Dean Harris. I'll be cool with Willie Gay, Anderson. Would you be cool with Cole if Cole Holcomb comes back?
Bruh, no, bruh.
I'm just asking, bro. Like,
Man. He ain't bad, just nah.
all right, so let's look at the safeties. Safeties. Jalen Thompson.
Oh, he's a free agent? Hell
Yeah.
yeah. No, Jalen Thompson, yeah. Andre Cisco, yes. Um, bring Cam Curl back.
No.
Byron Cook, I'll check that out. And
From the Chiefs.
I'll check that out. And I know Nick Cross is there. I know, yeah, Nick Cross is right there. I'm sure the free agent. Nick Cross. Yep. Yep.
Man, yeah.
Would you bring Chauncey Gunner Johnson here?
He a firecracker, bro.
I love that. You need that. You need that. I like that though. But those other shades I just named, those are my Nick Cross, Darren Thompson, and Andre Cisco. I like
3 names, bro. Like, you ain't gonna lie, bro. I just done the safety. I just finished the safeties like the other night. And draft wise, I would much rather draft for safety. Hint, hint.
Hey man, listen.
I mean, now Thompson, Cisco. I'll be cool with Cisco, Thompson, and who else we said?
Nick Cross.
Oh yeah, Nick Cross would be good too.
And he's young. He's 25, bro. Like he's 25.
Brisker, but I think Brisker went in league Chicago. I think they'll try to lock that up.
Yeah. I mean, it starts with what they do in free agency. If they gave Quay Walker or Devin Lloyd or some of that bread, then it can kind of lead to what we're going to do in the draft a little bit. I mean, they could double dip too.
Yeah. So here we at with corner. So
Ash,
how do you feel about Where's the F? Where's the name at? First of all, Martin Emerson is going to be a free agent.
So is so is that other Browns corner too.
What's his name?
Scroll up. But all them dudes butt, man. They're all bad, DT. Oh. Yeah. Oh, Greg Newsome. I like Greg Newsome.
That's his name, Newsome. I thought they extended him though.
I like those two names. He's 29.
Wright will be nice, bro. Nashon Wright.
Didn't he get cooked a lot?
He'll get turnovers.
I want a corner that's good in coverage, bro. Nah, they gotta just
get a corner that's good in coverage. They typically re-sign with the team.
I know, brother. I know.
I think Watson is a little underrated. 20 years.
Yes.
That'll be a guy that'll sign.
He got some speed to him. One thing Chiefs will do as far as corner, they can develop corner, and most of the corners have speed to them. They're fast, and they play a lot of man. Like, you need to play man.
Oh, Williams too. Joshua Williams, former favorite state guy. So you're just like, I want to be opposed to drafting a corner. Said too much mid. Yeah, it definitely is mid, bro. No lie, but I'm not opposed to getting a corner in the draft. It's just, where would you get one? Like, I feel like,
I think the corners are top heavy in this class. You got AJ Terrell's brother, you got Mansour Delane, you got another kid that's pretty good too. In the draft, let me look him up real quick. Yeah, but the corners, man, they boy, oh boy. Jermett McCoy, kid from Tennessee. Brandon Cisse
from South Carolina. I got him up here.
Keith Abney.
Got Keith Abney from Arizona State.
And then you got that little firecracker that went crazy the national championship game in D'Angelo Pons. But he's short. He's good. He's just short as hell. I think Mikey's taller than him.
Then you got Julian Neal, Chandler Rivers,
Dalen Everett.
Yep, Everett from Norfolk. Will Lee,
Kilgore. Now my boy, Ohio State fan, Davison. He doesn't like him. He doesn't think he's good. He's that good.
Why he said that? Because he grabbed a lot.
Yeah.
He better than Jermaine Matthews.
Oh, the other dude.
Yeah, like Matthews. Like, I trusted Iggy this year more than Jermaine.
But is it that big of a gap though between the both of them?
Is it that big of a gap? Shoot, in my opinion, yeah. Iggy's problem. He's overly aggressive. Like, you can coach that out of him. But he has made plays for us, bro. Like, they tested Jermaine more than Iggy. And then the other guy that was getting killed was Lorenzo Styles. So Lorenzo and Matthews were getting killed more than Iggy because nobody was throwing the Iggy side. Now Dalen Everett is sneaky. He's someone that could, like, you could draft in like the the 4th or 5th round, and he could be a starter. I think that highly of him.
Okay.
Now, what's the last? We done the safety. Did we do the safeties and stuff? Oh yeah, that's the entire defense. If you had to say it, Caleb, for the 3 positions I mentioned, you got 3 spots that you want to address in free agency, and you have 1 that you would just draft. What would it be?
Say that one more time for me.
If you can have 3 spots to address free agency wise and 1 position to draft on defense, what would it be?
3 spots to address free agency wise, and you said 1 position in the draft, or
yes, 1 position in the draft.
Linebacker, free agency, safety, free agency. Oh boy, corner, free agency, and I'll probably say in the draft you get an edge rusher.
Okay,
That's probably what I would do.
I'm not against that. It's also like, here's the thing too, because even if you add a pass rusher by the draft, that will not stop me from getting a Bailey or a Bain, and those other guys. That would not stop me at all.
Yeah,
You're trying to better a unit, and we have not had that type of pass rush in a while.
Agreed. I agree with you. But we need it. Oh boy, we need it.
Definitely do, man. Because we about to get to the nitty gritty, bro. We're about to get to free agency. We're already looking at Senior Bowl and stuff like that. The East West Triangle game is currently playing right now. There's a couple of names that popped out to me already.
Like who?
Let's see. This edge rusher from Wisconsin, named Siegel or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like he kind of gives off Van Dinkel vibes based on his size.
I saw Derek Moore going stupid today.
Yeah, he went stupid today.
That's somebody I get too. Oh, we didn't look at the running back stuff. Should have looked at that.
Mason Riger. I wanted to do specifically defense because we just hired DC.
Yeah. I can respect that.
His name is Mason Riger.
Mason Riger. Mason Riger.
Yeah, but
And what position he play?
edge rusher. He was probably like an outside linebacker or something in Wisconsin's defense. Stand up rusher.
Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I can deal with that. Listen, man. My boy think we going to draft Sonny Styles or Caleb Downs. That's what he thinks. And he said if we get over Reese, he just wants him rushing the passer. He said he can do that, but he prefer Caleb Downs or Sonny Styles. Preferably Caleb Downs. I need that, man. He would listen. but hold on, DT. He's just a box safety. Yeah, he's just a box safety. Yeah.
He's saying he's a box safety. It's the other group chat, isn't it?
It's
It's that.
wait, hold on. It's the one that wants running back the most.
Yeah, that's why I don't be entertaining it, bro. Like,
He's just about safety.
like, bro, it's one thing like to acknowledge that, like, okay, Caleb Downs does not have the crazy physical traits that we see from Nick Amamori, but he already got Nick beat by just having a NFL processing mindset already, bro. Like, and especially like honestly though, that third nickelback in the defense it's probably gonna be a safety. Lewis Moore, nice too. Yeah, ain't no like we need someone that can make tackles when it's needed. Like Caleb is an eraser. He helps the mistakes that's already been made, bro. Like, I'm ready, dog. Like, Caleb, I'm just letting you know, bro. And I'm still ongoing right now. I am at 588 total slides. I'm at 588 slides of prospects, strengths, weaknesses, the games I watch. Like, my brain been hurting. The only reason I've been able to have all this time and stuff, bro, is because I've been out because of snow.
Oh yeah. Keep in mind, Trell. And well, I don't think Telly wants. Well, I don't think Telly wants Lewis Moore, but Lewis Moore, he's undersized too. By the way, not, and there's nothing wrong with that. If he can play, he can play. I mean, he's 5'10", 191.
Oh, well, you know, I'm on Lewis Moore right now.
You said what?
I'm on Lewis Moore right now.
Yeah.
Lewis Moore, 5'11", 200 pounds. He's 24 years old. 6 years of college football. He played at Navarro. He started at Indiana, left Indiana after 2 years, went to Ole Miss, and he finished the season at Indiana. He was a first-team All-American, All-Big Ten. Total career, 237 tackles, 139 solos, 6 pass deflections, 1.5 sacks, 5 forced fumbles, 10 interceptions, and 1 touchdown.
He's a ball hawk. He can play. He can play. There's no doubt about that. He can play. I gotta look up more film on him. We will get one of these blue chip defensive players. I truly believe we will. And I want to look up some Sonny Styles stuff too. Because he used to play safety.
Mm-hmm. He started out as safety, and they started shifting him more inside.
And he's like 6'4", 6'5".
6'5". Mm-hmm.
Shit.
6'5", 240, bro.
And he can cover. We need that. We need that. That's a big boy. Pause, man. Sonny Styles.
Like, bro, I feel like this is the draft to get yourself right defensively.
It is. This is the draft to build your base defense. Now, next year, oh yeah. And I'm gonna be in DC for that. Matter of fact, I may try to buy tickets to get in the draft and actually be in that Jay. Bro. Sonny. Now the thing with Sonny Styles is he worth a top 10 pick as a Mike linebacker? I'm 50-50 on drafting linebackers, especially in the first round. I'm 50-50 on them. So you got to look up that history and how well they've been. But some of these successful linebackers, they've been picked in the second and third rounds. Yeah, there are some that got picked in the first round that are pretty damn good. You got guys like Roquan Smith. He's been pretty good. We're not going to mention the other dude's name. Devin White, bust to me.
You're talking about specifically in the top 10, right, or the first round overall?
Top 10, first round, like in general. What linebackers? Yeah.
What Jack Campbell looked good.
Yeah, but is he? He wasn't a top 15 prospect to me though. He's good. He's a solid player. But is he really first round talent just based on what he's shown? I haven't watched all the Lions games, by the way. But when I do see the Lions play,
I
he
think
doesn't he doesn't flash on the screen like like we see a Nick Bolton or a I'm not gonna mention Fred Warner or even a Devin Lloyd or a Quay Walker
well, is it because
or
he don't flash like that? Is because of the overall Lions defense? Like they've been up and down.
they had a pretty
It's
solid.
really like the only three players that you'd be like, okay, the Lions got these dudes on defense. That's Aiden Hutchinson, that's Brian Branch, and then you'll probably say he's like the third best player.
Mm. Nah, Aiden, Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph.
Oh, Kirby. Kirby got hurt. I forgot about him.
Kirby Joseph's up there. Um,
So he'll be like the fourth.
maybe fifth. You
Who's
think
the
he's better? You think he's better than Terry on Arnold?
I've been hearing mixed stuff about Tarian, bro.
Is he better than what's that D tackle they got? Not Aleem McNeil. He's pretty good too, by the way. Um, he no. I get
Okay, so here are some first round linebackers. So just overall in history, we got Luke Kuechly. He was top 15.
yeah.
Miles Jack, Roquan Smith, Isaiah Simmons, definitely a buzz. Tremaine Edmonds, great solid NFL career. Zaven Collins, he later got converted to an edge rusher. Jared Davis,
Ugh.
Nathan Van Der Esch. He was He just
He
kept,
was good. He just hadn't do those little neck injuries.
yeah.
Yeah, he was
Reuben
good.
Foster never
He
panned out.
what could
Dante
have been
Hightower, good
solid.
career.
It's solid. Solid.
Kenneth Murray
Uh,
didn't pan out. Jeremiah Wusu-Koramoah went to the second round.
yeah, and he was a first round talent. Now he
Yes,
fell because of the heart condition. That's
yes.
why he fell.
Rashawn Evans,
Yeah.
Micah Parsons. Well, he's elite, but he's elite rushing the passer. Hassan Reddick. It took him a while until he started rushing the passer. Devin Lloyd. He got drafted in the second round. Ragland, Queen. I mean,
So like with what you see there, that's why I'm 50-50. I like Sonny
yeah.
Styles.
Okay, I see it. I see why you say that.
I love Sonny Styles. I love the way he plays, but the trend of linebackers in the first round, it's more fail. It's more bad than good. Most of these successful linebackers come in the second, third rounders. Those were those guys were the most successful at. Um, Fred Warner was a third round pick. Who's another good great linebacker? There's a lot of them. There's Nick Bolton was a second round pick.
Bolden. What's the guy from? I can't think of his name. I'm trying to think of some names, bro. I'm trying to think of.
But here's the thing, though.
There's not a lot of good top linebackers. It's like maybe like two, and then it's everybody else.
Levante David, Demario Davis, Matt Milano, those guys weren't picked in the first round, I think.
Yeah,
He got drafted in 2012.
and Bobby on his last legs.
Yeah, DeMario Davis. He was a 3rd-round pick.
So with that being said, Caleb, the scouting department has to be very good in finding a linebacker
Matt Milano.
day 2 and 3.
Matt Milano, 5th-round pick. When you look at some of these really good linebackers, they're a lot of them don't. And I'm talking about not pass rushing linebackers. I'm talking
Okay.
about
Yeah.
I'm talking about Mike linebackers, middle linebackers. But when you do hit on one, oh yeah, boy, that boy's good. So when you do hit on a Mike linebacker in the 1st round, they tend to be really, really fucking good. Really good. Roquan Smith's really good. And especially in his prime, good. He was a really good player with the Bears. When he got to the Ravens, he was good. It's another dude. You mentioned him earlier. Damn, you mentioned him. I forgot who it was. Oh, Luke Kuechly, Hall of Famer. First ballot Hall of Famer. Even that old Steelers linebacker, Ryan Shazier, he was not a 1st-round pick. And then they drafted who? Devin Bush. He was a 1st-round pick. Didn't pan out. Didn't pan out at all.
The kid from UCLA. He was the 2nd round.
Oh, Miles Jack?
No, Schweitzer.
Yeah.
He was
Now Miles Jack was a 1st-round pick. And when he did hit on that Jacksonville's defense in 2017, that 2018, that boy was good. One of the best pass coverage line. That boy could play pass coverage. He could cover as a linebacker. I forgot what happened to him. He just fell off. But the thing is,
some people just fall off, bro. That's how
I love Sonny Styles. I love his game. He can play. Just the history of middle linebackers in the 1st round aren't that good. It just isn't. I would take a chance in the 2nd and 3rd round on a linebacker like a Jake Galladay or a Anthony Hill or a Jacob Rodriguez. One of those guys on some of those middle round linebackers.
I'm not opposed to that. I like Aiden Fisher too, from Indiana. Like with Jones, bro, I really think he's gonna change a little bit what we were trying to do. Like, don't be surprised if he gets people that don't fit the norm for a particular modern defense. They might be a little bit of a tweener, but they just make plays, bro. Don't be shocked about that, bro. We were trying to get guys 6'5", 6'6". He might try to get guys with 6'2", 6'1", or 6'3", 250 or 40. And they just make plays, bro. I'm excited to see what type of players he has listed that will fit his defense. I can't wait, bro.
What's going to be this year could change. It could change our defense trajectory wise. Just got to make they got to do the right things, man. They can't mess up.
Yeah, most definitely, man. But that's all I got for tonight, bro. No cap.
Okay, we're gonna talk about the draft soon. Tell you that.
We all gonna talk about the draft, man.
Hey Zay, what you cooking, bro?
All right, everybody. That's all we have for y'all tonight. It's your boy, DT Sensei. We got Caleb in the building. We're about to go ahead and start getting more into free agency. Some guys that we'll look at match both coordinators and a little bit some of the draft. We're going to be doing the draft stuff over here too. I'm getting these older stuff ready not only for the Commanders draft show that's coming on after the Super Bowl. I'm also going to be doing some stuff up here talking about the draft. Me and Caleb, we're going to try to get some guys up
Zay,
here
what you
that's very
cooking, bro?
in round with the draft. I think that's going stuff right now. Like, we're going to be lit this year. Content is crazy. But I'm very excited about this draft this year. I think it's going to be a lot of work. Taylor, any last words?
Oh man, just let's start this offseason off right. Whenever free agency hit, get it going, man. Spend that bread. Recruit, man. Scout. We need some ballers on this team.
Yeah, look, I'm in the same way.
Hey, what you cooking, bro?
We got the coordinators. Now it's time to just get the players. We got to spend money, and we don't have to draft the guys. That's all we got for y'all tonight, man. This is the Ins and Outs Podcast, live on Facebook, YouTube, and on X. We'll see you guys next time.